What's going on, guys? It is Patrick here, and today I'm bringing you another episode of the Ultimate Zombie Map Challenge. And guys, we are now in the semifinals. We had 5 maps left. You guys took the vote, and Kino der Toten was the map that was least liked. Therefore, Kino has been kicked out. We now have Origins, Der Riese, Ascension, and Mob of the Dead. Today, guys, we're going to be doing Origins versus Der Riese. As always, if you could drop a like on this video, that would be most appreciative. Anyways, let's get into this. The first thing that we're going to be looking at is setup. And this is basically what map is more fun to get everything, to get yourself into the position where you're ready to go and just destroy the zombies, getting all your perks and everything like that. Looking at these two maps, I gotta say, I think Origins definitely has the advantage. Der Riese was a pretty basic map. There's not a lot going on to it. Therefore, it really doesn't have too much depth. Yeah, there's the Pack-a-Punch, which is pretty cool, and I do applaud them for that. But, Origins really just has so much more going on. There's the staffs, there's all these buildables, there's the robots, there's everything. There's so much to Origins, and it would really be unfair to say that Der Riese is any better. So we're going to go 6 points to Origins and 2 to Der Riese. Next up, we're going to look at post setup, and this is what map is more fun after you've done your setup. Now, I think this is a little more even. Origins has some good spots to train. It's pretty fun with a team. At the same time, Der Riese is a really, really great map. It's classic. It's got so much replayability, and I think it just goes a far, far way. Yes, Origins may have more stuff, but overall, I think Der Riese may have done a better job just keeping you almost entertained with the map. So we're going to go a tie 3-3 to both maps on this one. The last thing that we're going to look at for gameplay aspects is just the level of difficulty. And this is always a tricky one. You don't want your map to be too hard and then people get frustrated with it. But at the same time, you don't want people to be having so much success. It's so easy that it gets boring quickly. So this really, you have to kind of hit it on the head. And I feel like Der Riese did a slightly better job than Origins. Origins is good, but for the not so experienced player, it can be difficult. Now, I don't have any struggle with, Origins. Probably not a lot of you guys don't either. But for the average player, it's not an easy map. Now, Der Riese is a little bit easier if you want it to be. You have the choice. You can camp or you can train, give yourself a little bit of a challenge. And I like that you have both of those options. I think that also adds to its replayability value. So we're going to go 4 points to Der Riese and 2 to Origins on this one. We're going to move on to innovative things that the developers put into the map. And the first thing we're going to look at, as always, are the perks. Now, Der Riese doesn't have any perks, and neither does Origins. So I was going to go 2-2, but because Origins did put in the Wonder Fizz machine, that gives them sort of a perk, I guess you could say. So we're going to go 3 points to Origins and 1 to Der Riese. Neither had an actual perk, but at least Origins did something. From here, guys, we're going to look at guns. And again, this one is kind of close. I think, Origins has all the staffs, and that's pretty cool. It has the big light machine gun. But Der Riese has Pack-a-Punch, and that's every single gun upgraded. So it's kind of hard to call. Now, yes, maybe they're not exactly new guns, but they're upgraded guns, and they're a change. So for this reason, we're going 3 points to Der Riese and 1 to Origins. Another thing that we want to look at for the innovative things in the map are the bosses. So Der Riese has the Hellhounds. The Hellhounds were actually from Shi No Numa, so that's not an original idea. Origins has the Panzersoldat. He's kind of a total rip-off from Brutus. He just kind of has like a flamethrower and a giant claw. That's really the only difference between the two characters, but it's more of a unique idea than the Hellhounds. And I really don't want to give Origins all 4 points here because neither idea is unique, but it's more unique than totally ripping off the Hellhounds. So we're going all 4 points to Origins. And as always, the last thing that we'll look at for innovativeness is just an overall take on the map. And this is so hard, you guys. This is such a difficult decision. Origins added so many new things to the map. There's just like an endless things you can just go off. The new buildables, the tank, the Panzersoldat, all the staffs, the storyline, everything. But Der Riese was like it was like the revolution for all of zombies. It started so much. It was just this great map that really made zombies huge. Before Riese, yes, I really loved the maps, but not everybody was like in this frenzy about it. And once Riese came out, it was like, this map is amazing. It really flipped things on its head. And it's so hard to call this one, but we're going 4-4 both maps. Next up is storyline, and this is an interesting one. Looking at it straight out, Origins should win, but because they flipped the storyline so much, there was such a drastic change that so many people hate. That's an important thing about the storyline, is that it has to be a good storyline. Just because you change the story doesn't mean you get points for that, because if it wasn't a good story, which a lot of people don't think Origins was, then you really don't deserve any points for that. Now, Riese wasn't overly unique, but at least it didn't make so many people pissed off. Awesome clutch right there, by the way. But basically, it's hard to call. We're going 2.5 points to both maps. And last but not least, we have our 5-point bonus system for the zombie feel. And this was another tough one. I really just have been struggling with all these votings. I've kind of been asking around, seeing what other people think, getting their opinion, because I don't want this to be biased in any way. And although this was a tough decision, the 5 points has to go to Riese. Riese is just that classic zombie map. Origins is one of my favorite maps of all time, but I can't deny that Riese deserves it. There's just something about it. It's just that zombie feel. It's got it. It is like the essence of what the zombie feel is all about, and it gets the 5 points. Anyways, guys, that is it from me. We have Origins at 25.5 points and Riese at 24.5. I now leave the floor to you. In the comment section below, comment which map you like more. You only have to comment what map. You don't have to give an explanation. Just say Origins, just say Riese, whatever map you like more, and that will get its vote. We have 2 episodes left, guys. We're coming down to it. It's pretty exciting. If you could drop a like, share to all your friends, let everyone know that we've almost determined the best map ever. That would be awesome. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you later, and I hope you're having a great Friday night. Peace out.